option irin como our channel so ejit or text avenue unia podcast or section ya meku speak headlines ne jemre na idibi eksumoni dim ya humrak simu mesok se yang ko political have system na aye also for pain wada action chapel international no Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams etimi abawura aye good board na watch say empire mu woden na yembo ema aye sa institution no yedi ntia wakasa ande eno ene ya project e dia to screen so ade ama ye bon tribu was the founder of Action Chapel International ACI Archbishop Duncan Williams has called for prayers for Ghana Good Board saying the institution is facing a powerful and well-established movement opposed to efforts to regulate the country's gold trade. These remarks come amid Ghana's broader effort to formalize the gold trade and tackle illegal mining, with Goldbod playing a central role in the government effort to regulate gold purchase and exports. Unia enti eno ene bi asomo mesra say yonko yensebu.
And by listening to Bembuachi makes me worry for Mother Ghana. And this fits into what I've seen playing a leadership position or being handed a position to run a public institution where it seems to me contract to do something for the nation is a big deal. And when it gets to that time, people are always in a hurry to look out for what is in whatever contract for them and not what is in the nation's interest. So everybody is talking about contracts, and the first thing is, what do I get from it, and not what the nation is going to get. And so if it is true that people were paid pittance in exchange for this drain of resources on the Mother Ghana, then we should all be sad. And what I'm hearing, from Bembuachi and around this table is that this time it is the political elites across the divide. And I'm worried. So it appears that among our political elites, they are always divided by what unites them is when it comes to some of these things, what we are all going to be getting from it. And my heart bleeds for Mother Ghana, because it would mean then that the battle against corruption has been fought and lost, and we would continue to fetch water with baskets as a nation. And so I am pleading. Okay, it is so depressing, and for once, you see, when you give them the opportunity to talk and we are quiet, I complain. But for once, I'm not complaining, because the kinds of things that are being said, I mean, you would have to be depressed if you are a patriotic Ghanaian. And I would appeal to the investigative bodies and agencies. You see, there is a certain inordinate, morbid, palpable desire to hang scandals on this particular administration at all costs. Let us look for scandals to hang on this particular administration. But I know that this government came in to reset, and so I would plead with the government that for this particular matter, let everything be put on hold and let the matter be confronted head on with a view to addressing it, so that whoever is found culpable is dealt with according to our laws. I trust Raymond Acha. When we were growing up, he was I think he was the first to be described as the best, to win an award of a best investigative journalist in Ghana. I trust him. And I believe that he can do a very good job, aided by SOSP, Attorney General, and all that. Let them coalesce, let them come together to ensure that whoever is the technical official, whoever is the public servant, whoever is a politician across the political divide who played a certain role in this, in making sure that we were shortchanged as a nation this much, is brought to book. And this one, look, I'm sure that if we do it, it serves as the needed deterrence, such that tomorrow, when you have the opportunity to go negotiate for the country, you would look at the national interest.
Right.
And I'm saying that maybe, you see, I've worked with civil society all my life. It gets to that point in time where the more civil society shouts, the more politicians will turn a deaf ear, on whatever they are advocating for. And I think that this should be a serious lesson, for us. I commend Bemwachi that in spite of this, he's still assisting the powers that be to ensure that for free. He's assisting the powers that be to ensure that some of these things are addressed. And look, it is important that this also sends a certain message to all current appointees that as you go negotiate for contracts today, be mindful of the interests of the nation. It appears that in our part of the world, everything that is done for the state must be expensive. And when you are negotiating, you are in office, they bring you a certain bill, you're going to sign this contract or you're going to buy this thing to the tune of X amount. And then you say that it's too expensive. Call the supplier here, I want to negotiate, I want to beat it down. And then they're saying that, but where are you coming from? If the money is not for you, if it's for the state and they said it's 10 cedis, just pay. And I'm saying that if it were to be your own money, will you do that? They are telling us that the whole deal should have been costed around $100 million. Yeah. And then we're spending over 700 million. If you were to be doling out that money from your pocket, will you do so gladly? And so it is important that the right signals are sent. And I plead with President Mahama that he gives these investigative bodies all his support and let them go into the matter. Ahmadu Sorogo says he is ready to appear before any committee or any investigative body. Let everybody avail himself or herself. And I am also very much concerned about the role that may have been played by the so-called or the supposed technical advisors. What technical work did they do? Did they do value for money audit? In their mind, were they patriotic enough in whatever guided them to allow this drain to go on?
What about the MPs who passed it in one day?
The MPs who passed it in one day. Okay, but they are saying that they are not technical people. But like was rightly said, if you are not technical, if you are not even technical, yes, we were in a period of emergency. But the point is,
and there was information available to them from ASAP and us and everybody. We could see the facts on the internet.
Yes, so
and the
opposition failed us.
Please,
the executive failed us. They were all in parliament.
CSO did not fail you.
So my point is that this is the revelation.
So if the executive was not listening, at least the opposition should have taken the CSO's information.
The revelation
and interrogate it. The CSOs also make mistakes.
The revelations here present a monumental shame to all of us who may have played one role or the other in getting us here. I'm not talking about civil society. At least they did their bit,
right.
their bit. But the point is that we should all bow our heads in shame.
Okay.
And I'm saying that to deter and to prevent the recurrence of these things, it appears to have been, this practice appears to have been ingrained in the psyche of everybody who goes to negotiate on behalf of the state. If it's about the contract, it is not about what is in the interest of the nation, but what am I going to get? So if I'm going to get a pittance and the state is going to lose, you don't care because the state does not belong to you. Mm-hmm. But the point is that if the state does not belong to you and the state does not belong to me, then who owns the state? And so I am saddened. I am depressed by these things, and I'm asking once again, that look, President Mahama let's put everything on hold and let's support these investigative agencies to go into this matter. And the bit about we are not confident in Yoko, we are not confident in OSP, we are not confident in AG to go into the matter. If you are not confident in these agencies of state, then who are you confident in? Why do we set up agencies to why do you set up agencies to do some of these things? And when it comes to they doing their work, because you may also have your own biases and interests, suddenly you are not interested in any of them doing some of these work. I mean, it doesn't make sense. And so it is not about hearing the opposition talk, because some of them are also complicit per what we have heard here.
Okay.
And so let there be a proper full-scale investigation into this. And whoever, and I like the fact that we've been told here that it is possible we can go also for our money. Let us go, if it is possible, let us reclaim our money. If it is possible, let us reclaim the portions that we can reclaim, and let those found culpable be dealt with, ruthlessly, in a manner that serves as a lesson and deterrence to every other Ghanaian who is bestowed with the fiduciary trust to go negotiate or to go act on behalf of the country when it comes to entering into contract.
Well, thank you. Ms. Anu, you have to leave. Just quickly on this. The way forward is what is important. What should we be looking at now?
Clearly, the political class is failing us. And I think we need to talk to our politicians.
Okay.
Have you not been doing that every weekend? No. Maybe they think the rest of us can't see that they are failing us big time. Big time. And maybe we are not angry enough. This whole thing of we elect you and then you can't do business with us and play football with us is nonsensical. And don't think we cannot see that. I don't understand Alhaji Sorogo, honestly. Perhaps he should have started by giving an apology. Maybe he hasn't heard the figures. Estimated at 100 million. At the moment, we lost in excess of 700 million. When Ben was saying, he says we have lost billions because we borrowed money to pay for this. Not just the 620 million difference, but the monies we borrowed. And then we had 16% of the capacity. Can you imagine? I think that Parliament needs to answer. I have so much suspicion about their systems. If they can clear these things in one day, and they want to come back confidently and tell us that we did a good job. Leadership of Parliament must answer. How can this be a good job?
100 million to 700
How can this be a good job? That we've lost millions, billions of dollars, and you say you did a good job. You are not even attempting to explain that this one-day clearance should stop. We will now do due diligence. Tell us what you will do. Tell us what you do. I don't get it. And then somebody had a title, special advisor. We need to review what advice he gave the minister in this instance.
Thank you.
What advice did he give? What was he paid? How long?
Why did they ignore the CSOs who pointed the thing?
Come on, what are we talking about? And then we have a technical team, whether it is engineers or we don't know who it is. The 5 people. Who are they? What was in the report they provided that ended up where we are? The 5 wise men.
Thank you.
I think that honestly we are not serious. Parliament should tell us what they will do about a system that does not do due diligence. Don't tell us agency. Every crisis this country happens, it means they will continue doing this kind of thing. Every time we have a crisis, they will find a way to sneak in and steal how much? Billions of dollars. Come on!
We have to break down that 750 million properly. How much is that today? 7 point.
And you come and say we did a good job. Nobody's attempting to tell us, oh, we made a mistake. We will make sure our systems do due diligence. This will not happen again.
Thank you.
But I beg Ghana, our first focus, we have to chase the people who collected the money, who didn't collect the money, those who did not do us right.
Well,
but immediately, let's recover as much money as possible.
Operation Recover All Loot.
Yes, this is the loot. If you can't order at all, out for this one, if you don't order, then 2 seasons lost.
Thank you.
Yes.
But already, Bemboache indicated that the committee that he headed reviewed, and there's been some.
That's not it.
He was reviewing a renewal. Some of us were saying AXA should go away, but they gave a good deal. In fact, earlier on, it wasn't a good deal. And some consultants were supposed to be talking to them. nothing was happening. And Ben and Co were finally brought in. I think when this government came in, they went, put AXA down, and AXA gave us, after Ben Dems did that work, a pretty good deal that they couldn't refuse. But it doesn't erase the past.
Right.
But what's the point? If you have rebuilt and bought it in 10 times.
Gentlemen, thank you. Let's move on to the next issue. Dennis Carter says, good morning. Very interesting things and a great analysis on the program with your guest this morning. To me, let's go back from 1990s to date when the country went into power crisis. The corruption that has occurred, you have no idea in this particular sector. We need a holistic review of it, you say. Thank you. Alhaji Amado Sogo sent a message here. As at the time, based on the report from the technical team and others, it was the best. I also said that if after 10 years it has come out to be a bad one, we can discuss it. Well, that's what we're doing now. Alhaji Amado Sogo. This one says, BB from Oyafa, is it not annoying to hear Sogo and Katie Hammond say that the 46,000 is peanuts? There's a huge cost to the poor when decisions are taken in the dark. You say it doesn't matter whether the bribe is $1 or $1 million. You say. Thank you very much for your message. Togbi Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo says, I'm incensed by this particular development in this AXA conversation. I'm just hoping that the right thing is done. Investigation is launched to ensure that the people who have to answer questions would answer those questions. And I had a chat with him earlier in the week on this particular issue. There are quite a number of your messages that we would get into. This one I think I found out from Ben. It says, ask Ben Boachi that he chaired the renegotiation of the PPAs with the IPPs when this government constituted a committee. Did they make any savings with the AXA? And how much? It says $250 million
Yes.
is the savings.
And then $3 billion in
that was made. This one here says, Alfred, good morning. Can it also be possible that the Beko man only used AXA to make money for himself? I was invited by the Minister for Health as Director of Veterinary Public Health to participate in the sittings of Parliamentary Select Committee on Health. So Parliamentary Committee should not be blamed because the committee is just an oversight committee. No, that's where we all disagree with you on. The oversight also includes the asking the right questions as well. Gentlemen, thank you. Adam Sedano is having to leave us this morning, but thank you so much for coming. And we're going to the next issue about...
Yes, ask Adam leaves. I never had any... CSOs have value in this country.
I never had any opportunity. And nobody pays for their work.
Yeah. If they had just listened to CSOs around that time, would have saved this money because we put the information that was out there, and when they failed to listen, that's...
We ain't some of the team course or channels. I mean, and also Jim Breda, Senator Body, I don't be a domain. The best I